So we're inside, minutes away from Oprah Winfrey on the stage. I know, it's a pretty cool Calgary experience. What did you have to say about coming here tonight? Here's a few examples.
We're actually from Edmonton, and we've heard nothing but good things plastered all over our Facebook walls from last night, so.
You know, I hear she's giving away cars to everybody in the Saddle Dome.
That's not true, but I'll take
That'd
it.
be fantastic if she did.
We came from High Level in Grand Prairie to see her.
Come on, no, really?
Yeah, and two sisters came from Vancouver and Kelowna.
How did you get the tickets?
WestJet actually sent me an email,
Oh.
and I got to buy them early in November before they were released to the public. But we couldn't get 5 together, so we're sitting a couple rows.
So wave or text, right?
Yes.
Keep on turning, 'cause it won't be too long. Calgary! Calgary! I can't believe you all came out here and you brought the baby. Let's not scare the baby. We must talk in our baby tones. Thank you so much. I can't believe you came out here on a cold winter's night that wasn't so cheap, even all the way back there. Thank you so much. It's amazing. It really is. Have a seat. Have a seat. Have a seat. It's so amazing because you all know I don't sing, right? There will be no singing. I don't even lip sync well. There'll be no dancing. I'm still doing all my moves from the 80s still. It's just you and I here, and I want to say to Christian Dobrisher and Andy McCreath, who invited me here, Christian and Andy, listen, I love Canada, and when they first called and asked if I wanted to come, I was like, oh, great. I get to go to Lake Louise. It's going to be so much fun. Y'all should have invited me in July for that stampede. Should have been here for that stampede. Can't you see me in the chuck wagon races? There in my little chuck wagon. I could do it. Come back in July. Okay. I want to say, as I was leaving the hotel tonight, I ran into a woman named Tanya. It's her 40th birthday. Tanya, happy birthday. And I was saying, Tanya, you know, why are you here? Tanya said, I got tickets in Edmonton, and then I didn't have the tickets, and then I came to Calgary. Thank you, Tanya. And she said she grew up with me, and I helped her in her first marriage. After tonight, I'm hoping the second marriage will go so much better. I really appreciate that. The big question is, really, as I saw you all of you at the Olive restaurant tonight, sitting in the window, I wanted to stop in. Yeah, I didn't have time to eat today. I got a falafel on the street. Then I see you all enjoying olives. Why are you here, though, really? Why are you here? Oh, that is the ultimate question, really. That, first of all, I thank you so much. I am honored by your presence. I call Stetton and I say, all these people, and they bathed and everything, and they're like dressed up and bringing their cheer-ins out to see me. But that is the ultimate question that we all get to answer with every thought, every feeling, every action in our lives. And the reason I'm here tonight is, first of all, because Christian and Andy asked me to come. And I have such a glorious life. And if anything that I can say or share will help add to the glory in your life, then I want to share it. You know, so many people for years have asked me, you know, about my story. But what I know is that every every day, every one of us gets to paint on the canvas that is our lives. And you get to add lights and shadows, and you, through your marriages and sometimes divorces, you erase some things, you paint over some things. The years go by, you add more color, more vibrancy. You're allowed to bring things into focus, and you get to keep defining and building and excavating and evolving yourself. And the real reason I am here, I know, is because I've been called. I've been called, and I have felt that calling in my spirit since a very early age. We've all been called. Even with your sadnesses and your sorrows and your victories and your triumphs, sometimes you forget why you're really here. But I'm here to remind you that we've all been called, and the truth is, it really doesn't matter how you got here, whether you were planned, because your life is bigger than anybody's family planning. Whether they wanted you or not doesn't matter. If it's, oh my God, it's a girl. Is it a girl? It's a boy. It's a boy. It's a boy, and you're so happy. It doesn't matter, because if it was a girl, you would have been happy too, right? Right. It does not matter. The truth is, if you are here and you are breathing, you have been called. Brought from the ethers, really. Brought from the ethers through your father's seed, that would be you, and your mother's womb. Little sperms swimming up the channel. Here they go. Just imagine that for a moment. Little sperm. Swimming up. And there it lands. It meets that, I got the egg. To be here on earth, that happens. To live and to thrive and to contribute and serve yourself first. That's why you're here, to serve yourself. Here, you get here. This baby, what's the baby's name, since I'm going to be talking about this baby all night? Miles Dulles. Okay. So little Miles Dulles came into the world, born with a character, just like all of us, because it is a gift, as the old stories say, from the guardians upon our birth. Each person enters the world called. And for me, it was Oprah, Oprah. Really, it was Orpha. And then it got misspelled on the birth certificate. I entered by way of the Natchez Trace Parkway in Kosciuszko, Mississippi. It was not planned. My mother hid me until the day her water broke. Nobody even knew she was pregnant. I really wasn't wanted at the time, but they kept me, and for that, I am grateful. And I'm grateful because that was part of the calling. So I was born in 1954, means I was born in January. I have a birthday coming up. Yes. And I was born, which means I was conceived in the spring of 1953, which was, those of you who've lived through that, it was the year of the poodle skirt in the United States. The poodle skirt. Do you remember that? Poodle skirt. Okay, my mother liked to wear these. That is not my mother, by the way. But she wore the poodle skirt that were hand-me-downs from the lady that my grandmother worked for. And when you moved, that skirt moved and swirled with you. Now, my father never married my mother, but when I got older and was doing the Oprah show, I got all confident that I could ask my father any questions I wanted. I did a lot of questions that way because I do the Oprah show, so I can ask you anything I want. So I asked my father one day, you mean if she hadn't been wearing that poodle skirt, I probably wouldn't be here? And he said, probably not. Because I just wanted to see what was up under that skirt. And that was the only time we was together, after I saw what was under that skirt. You know what was under that skirt? I was waiting under that skirt. So I say now, thank you, Lord, for the poodle skirt. Because 1953 fashion, I ask you, you know, could it be so careless, our coming into the world? All of us have got stories about how we got here. Could life be so carelessly fated for us? Of course not. There is a calling, and our job, your real job, is to hear what that is and to know it and to honor it. And I started to hear it. I really did at an early age, but I didn't know at the time what it was. Right there, I'm about 2 years old. I remember being 4, but because I was poor, I didn't have more than 6 pictures, so you're gonna see the same pictures over and over again. So we use that, pretend I'm taller. Standing on the back porch, watching my grandmother hang clothes on the line. Now, my whole life, my mother was a maid, my grandmother was a maid. My grandmother was washing clothes, and one night, one evening, she said, I knew it was evening because I could see her breath, and it was dark, and I could see the moisture from her breath. And she said, "Oprah Gail, you better watch me now, gal, because one day you're going to have to learn how to do this for yourself." And the spirit inside me, I didn't know it was spirit, just a little voice says, mm-mm. No. Little voice said, "I don't think so." But the little voice was also wise enough to say, "Don't tell her." So that little voice, that's where we're all equal. We're all equal. That the voice inside me and the voice inside you, it speaks to us equally. That you can call instinct, you can call spirit, you can call the voice of God. It doesn't matter what you call it, it's there. It resides inside you. It's the universe inside you. And the truth is, I have been listening to that little voice my entire life. I stand here tonight in Edmonton because of that little voice. Calgary. I knew that was going to happen.